Hello, I'm choosing to do my response via video this week because I have so many thoughts about it, all of the reading and both of the videos, that I'm going to attempt to verbally articulate some of the thoughts. For first thing, I've been in theater, as mentioned in my introduction video, since I was little, and my family is artistic. So my mother is a violinist and my father is a pianist. And the advocacy for arts in my home was always a no-brainer. So sometimes as an adult, being a teacher, specifically a fine arts teacher, I have on occasion grown weary having to advocate for myself. I just feel like, duh, everybody should know that. And so that has been a really beautiful thing for me to explore my own self during the MATFA program. This idea that I get it, but it's also my job as a teacher of the fine arts to kindly and directly advocate for why I do what I do and why I spend my life and my extra hours doing this for students, because I believe that it can make a difference in their lives whether or not they become theater artists. That I know that in any job they take on in their lives or roles as a human being, they will utilize principles that they hone in the arts. So, with that premise, all of these readings this week have kind of given me tools to better articulate myself in that vision. I really appreciated the Harvard Educational Review articles and how they talked about, my notes are here, how the arts are for students and teachers to communicate and create. The intro really impressed me because it talked about how there had never really been a review on the arts education for a long time and how they were going to delve into that. And so I appreciated that they were taking time on this special issue to talk about ideas that resonate, and also using scholars in arts education to talk about the relevancy of it. I'm going to skip around a little bit to make sure that this makes sense. I really resonated with Linda F. Nathan, both her article and her video. That theater gave us, she said in the video, theater gave us a safe place to talk about our differences. And then she talked about Ronald, and she talked about the drummer student and the homeless community. And the reason why she resonated with me is because I work at Granger High in West Valley, and we have a really diverse population. We're the first minority majority high school in the state of Utah. And I'm coming to these barriers with my students about their own cultural identity and how so far it hasn't really been represented in arts education at Granger. This is my second year, and so I'm trying to pave ways for them to trust me to represent themselves on the stage. And so I was really impressed by how she did that, and me wanting to emulate that. Furthermore, I felt like Ruby Chacon was another great thing to understand in here, because I fundamentally believe that community is really, really important, and I want my students to go out in the community and my community to come to Granger. And so the idea of doing the cultural bag was really inviting to me. I'm working with a group of the Pacific Islander students, and I'm so scared because I'm this white lady coming in and helping them come up with different ideas to express their culture on stage, and I feel inadequate and scared. But also I know my art form, and I know that my art form will assist them in their stories. And so if I can assist them with that, I'm excited for that. And that reading, the video of Ruby really resonated for me there. Some of my questions were answered in regard to the why do we do this, because I do feel like the projects that Ruby does and Linda has done with the Boston Fine Arts Academy is really wonderful. And then that goes to the bigger article about Garner's multiple intelligences, and then moving that more into a full brain and how we need to not label kids but we need to teach them in all different modalities and help them with their strong points and their weak points, and not label students, but give them experiential learning. And the fine arts can do that for our whole brain. And so I came out of this feeling less angsty about advocating for the arts and more hopeful that I can do it by showing how my art form utilizes a full brain experience, by showing how my art form assists with community building, with social emotional learning, and that my students can be advocates for other students to come and find a safe place to talk about issues in our community that are pressing. Overall, I found these readings really pertinent in my classroom. I've already highlighted portions that I'm going to show and readings I'm going to do in my advanced theater class. So I really appreciated the readings. I wanted to verbally articulate because I was having all these emotional responses to everything that was happening, and just as an arts teacher, wondering if I'm a good enough vehicle, I think is often my question. Like, I want to perpetuate this change and this beauty, and I hope that I do that. And so these articles really assisted in helping me understand that. Thank you.